Do you ever wonder what your neighbors are hiding behind their doors? The soft footsteps in the hallway? The whispers through paper-thin walls? What if I told you someone was living right next to a monster and never even knew it? This story isn't fiction. This happened, and tonight, I'll take you inside apartment 6C. But be warned, once you hear this story, you'll never sleep the same again. In 2010, a young woman named Melissa moved into an aging apartment complex in Milwaukee. She was quiet, a recent nursing school grad, trying to start her life over after a bad breakup. She moved into Unit 6B, right next door to a man named Walter, who lived in 6C. Walter was polite but odd, always wore gloves, smelled like formaldehyde, but he helped her carry her groceries and once gave her a book about the human nervous system, just because you re a nurse. Creepy, but not threatening. Weeks passed. She'd hear noises at night. Tools clinking, sawing, tapping, sometimes a low moan. She assumed Walter was just weird until she started noticing things. Her cat mittens went missing. A strange stain leaked through her shared wall. Her toothbrush was wet even though she hadn't used it. She reported it to the landlord. They dismissed her as jumpy. But then one night, she saw Walter staring through her peephole from the hallway. Not into her apartment, out of it. Like he was watching the hallway through her door. That night, she barricaded herself in and called the police. They found nothing in her unit. But when they entered apartment 6C, they found something straight from hell. Walter Ellis, a real man, lived in that very building. He was a convicted serial killer, the Northside Strangler. He'd murdered at least 7 women, all strangled, all dumped in alleyways. The twist? He'd been living in plain sight in that apartment for years while continuing to kill. The only reason they caught him was because he reused the same toothbrush every night his DNA matched the cold cases. Melissa's toothbrush had his DNA on it. He had been entering her unit while she was asleep, standing over her bed, watching, never hurting her, just watching. Walter Ellis didn't kill Melissa. But he could have. He brushed his teeth with her toothbrush, watched her sleep, lived 10 feet away. She thought the horror ended when he was caught, but she moved across the country and never sleeps without a lock and a bat by her bed. So tonight, when you head to bed, take a long, hard look at the door across the hall. The one with no sounds, no mail, no signs of life, because silence doesn't mean safety. Like, subscribe, and whatever you do, check your toothbrush.